Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at Talladega for the first of two duels. Qualifying order set by the single car qualifying session earlier, and let's run you down through the itinerary for today. Two duels. Top 15 from each duel get a guaranteed starting spot in the 500. And then after that, the remaining 12 spots will be sorted out by 4 of them being the fastest non-qualifiers from single car. And then the 8 remaining spots given to career score, which is just a fancy way of saying owner's points, but it tracks your entire career. Basically, the better you are, the more likely you are to get in the 500. And here we go. 27 of our finest will take the green flag for Duel 1. This is the Burger King Duels, and you are watching the NASCAR Discord series. Turn 1 looks pretty nice and orderly right now. The front few are all getting in there, right where they need to be. Those in the back, take a look at those like behind, outside the top 15, some 3 wide there with the 20. And up front, it is looking all sunshine and rainbows for Tiger Man so far. Well, relatively speaking, look at the absolute mayhem behind him. Those 3 wide, they're coming in like that. That is a little bit crazy early, but still plenty to lose. First lap complete, and the 42, Brogan's kind of holding it outside. Like, that's a little insane. He's not going to be able to do that all day. But on the first lap, it kind of worked out for him. Now he's going to go really top of 3, and that's going to create a lot of bad shit. RBV, he looks like he was trying to peek underneath the 17 a little bit there, but didn't do anything stupid. It's good news for this pack that RBV kind of didn't do anything too egregious. Down the front, you can kind of make your move. There's like plenty of space there, but it does close up going through the tri-oval, so you do have to make it relatively quick if there's not room for the guy in front of you to move up. John X. Sully, he's down there, and look at all of this. Yeah, the sport ender looks like it's about to happen here if somebody makes a little bit of a misstep here. Fred Jones. Oh, J Bunny up the track. Full wide. Puck's got to give the 35 some room. I think he does. That is the type of moves you make if you want to kill somebody at this track, and that is what the 35 is probably trying to do here. Jesus Christ, they barely made it work. That is the thing. It can work, but when it doesn't, oh boy. Drivers at the front of this field are definitely feeling a lot safer than those in the back. And take a look at where you want to be at this moment. I'd probably want to be where that 13 is, if I'm being honest. Kind of clear the 3 wide, but still have time to get to the front. And now it is calmed down a bit. You can see J Money, that's where he is. Now he's up top. Moves like that don't really pay off, more or less just for show here. Looking back here and going into 1. Puck leaning on him. Oh, contact in the wall. Seto goes around. Puck, Derek Baum. Oh, more contact off Ringo. That's a caution. Racing back to the line before we take our first caution of the day, as Silly O. Willie and Kyle D, two of some of the slowest guys from qualifying, have made their way to the front. a couple fantasy drivers to buffer there. The 51 Karane Inda is kind of aggressive, but we take the yellow and we'll see what happens. Like it kind of starts back in turn 1 when Puck wants to make that move. You see what happens. Right as Seto gets squeezed, Derek Baum, the 43 gets a little bit of it, and then there's Esri and Ringo. Ringo especially, he had it all but missed, but when he goes through, Puck kind of shoves the 0-1 down there, and that's what gets for 66 some damage. So, tough break for Ringo in the crowd there in the 66 camp. So, yeah. Let's take a look at some pitting. Mainly the 3 drivers that were involved are coming down right now. The 2, the 66, and the 0-1. For Derek Baum, he is likely not going to make a start in the 500. And, yep, he is. He's done for. Ringo and Puck, they're going to probably get it repaired. We'll see what happens to them. Looks like Ringo's coming off pit road now. All right. 26 cars on track, back to Puck. Still on track, all in the lead lap. So the 2 is going to need a lot of help to get in this thing to get to the top 15. And speaking of top 15, all the way back to Fred Jones. Plenty of those fantasy drivers kind of on the edge there. They need that spot to get in. But so far, it is Cilio Willie's 13 that is leading us right now. As the pace car pulls off, Cilio Willie is going to come around and take the green flag to complete lap 9 of 35. So that's about a quarter of the way through to this point. And it really creates a lot of interesting conundrums back here when you have the drivers that were involved. So I think everybody Esri on back is going to probably struggle with making the main pack right now. You see that's Fred Jones in the 15th position. The 71 up top. I think he's got some drivers he knows behind him that he can draft off of to kind of keep with this pack here. So right here, this is what is situation is. It looks like the 2 is going to drop out of the lead group as Cilio Willie continues to hold his own out front right now. Now keep your eye on these 3 right here. Esri, Ringo, and Seto, all 3. All of them look like they're barely going to be able to hold on. The 16 of Port and the 43 of Cocoa Latte are both going to need to work with each other to get back up into this thing. And taking a look out in the back of this pack, you see kind of like where the 3 and the 71 are. Both of them are going to need to kind of get it grouped up before it's over. There's plenty of chances to do that. But it looks like those 3 are going to lose the draft back there. They're not really working together. So this is going to be tough for Esri. But even tougher for Puck in the 2. It's even further back. I mean, I guess the best thing you could root for if you're the 2 is like hoping that 13, the 5, or the 34, some of those drivers that have it worse than you going into this race have an issue that takes them outside the top 15. You're going to need all the help you can get in that front. Tub Schittler in the 62. He's kind of like in go big or go home mode right now. So you see him carving it through the middle. He's going to need that. Gets to the 34, just kind of making normal 3 wide. But if you could just, if looking at 34, if you just draft a little bit better down the straights, then maybe you don't really need to worry about that. You can clear yourself back to where the 34 can get back in front of the 62. I think Tub might try that 3 wide again. Seeing it right here, I think you have a bit of a better advantage down the front stretch here. Because of this little turn, a little tri-oval might help you out. Yeah, I think that's what's going to get that benefit there. But Tub's going to go low, so you won't have to worry about that anymore. And right in here, you have just the low side making its way through 3 wide a little bit further back of it. RBV has been kind of in a strange position. Oh, that one racer goes around. Oh, Newhouse. Wolf Van Halen. Oh, watch out. They avoid him. And that's going to create a lot more cars off the pack as second caution of the day is out. Portbot will lead up too. And the 10 goes for a bit of a ride here. I mean, they're kind of setting up down the back. I think if you're the 34, maybe you would have thought that making that pass on the 7 was fine. But it's the 51, Karane Inda, getting into the back of that one racer. And that's just going to create right into Team Duke, Wolf Van Halen, Silent Suzuka, Craig Newhouse, all getting involved in that one. But right here, the pack gets, those 3 are all going to get by him, and boy howdy. Caution number 2 is out, and you see these drivers head to pit road right now. Thinking they might need to repair here. The 20 and the 7, if they both go out of the race, that benefits the drivers trying to make it. The 20 is out. He's not going to make it. The 66 continuing to repair that thing as others taking modest repair. The 21, the 66 coming out. We'll take a look at the others as you get updates on them. And it looks like everybody's back out. Craig Newhouse currently running 25th after repairs have been made. So right now you got a lot of damaged vehicles. I think that's up to Seto in 18th. Still have about 17 fresh cars back to Cilio Willie. 43 currently holds the final transfer spot of the race. Got plenty of other drivers looking to get into the top 10, maybe get some good points. All culminating with Port in the 16 taking the lead. I do not believe that this is going to hold for this team, but taking a look at plenty of drivers around him, he's got good company, and he also has a good lap time to fall back on in case things go south. Green, green, green. Port's away. Fox moment. And right here you see the last car being that 43. The 51 racing the inside. Cilio Willie right there to capitalize on the 51 to take the final spot. And still, even the damaged cars get to draft with each other, so it's not over yet for them. But also with less and less cars up in the front, that's going to create a lot of interesting moments. This time, a 17 of Esri trying to stay in the main pack. If he can get in front of some of those other damaged vehicles, he might be fine. Those drivers out back are definitely struggling a lot there. All the way back to the 7. Back up into the main group. Looks like Kyle D trying to get past J Money. This looks like the final battle here. And it looks like as we lose a little bit of cars at a time, this could mean that the drivers that currently have clean race cars might be safe to go. Wyatt Junkman out front right now. That 5 is going to need all the help he can get. Out there, the 87 of RBV. If he can maintain for a good finish, he'll make his first 500 start. Remember, Season 7 did not pay him kindly. Look at the number 13. This is Cilio Willie. He sees what's happening. He does not want to be a part of it. He saw the 2 have problems. He saw the 34 have problems. He does not want to join them in the realm of problems. And right now, it looks like it is going to be like more calmed down, to say the least. Seto not making it up to the lead group. Neither is Esri. 17 cars back to Coco Latte, trying to stay on the lead pack. Eric Monaco's on the outside, looking in right now. I think if Monaco gets back up there, then it just becomes 16 in the main group if the 43 misses, but that might not be the case. Fred Jones out front. I mean, nothing much really to say. Cilio Willie up top of 3. And this 13 has been kind of on thin ice ever since the single car lap, so going to need all the help you can get. I think the 17 car lead group name means that the back 2 are going to be in trouble. But look up here. We got 3 wide action through the main pack right now. Like, it's still not over yet. Everybody still wants to rip each other's heads off up here. Be my guest. Exo Tiger leads. Taking a look, you can see the sort of the pack's formation here. Tub Schiller in the back. Like, even then, the slowest of us, the 7, might play a factor here late in the race if it stays green all the way. A lot of those lap down vehicles are really just going to be a bit of a roadblock when we catch them. But right now, it is all up to just the fates of whoever can be up in a good position when this thing is over. And right now, all I can see is just 99 all the way around. Thinking that every one of these drivers is going to be in this group that makes the 500. Still got a couple of them kind of tailing off a bit, but nothing too significant. J Money's frankly kamikaze moves have kind of paid off in the 43. I'm not sure if that 43 might be nursing some sort of issue just barely staying in the lead group, just trying to survive and hope something happens to maybe put more security on that team. They're going to need that. Very important to them. The 84 leads. Coming in within 10 to go. Silent Suzuka, the speed difference is about 20 miles an hour, so that is going to be a factor here if this goes green to the end. Wyatt Junkman, number 5, pulling up. He's got a straight shot down the low line. Just needs to get the 16 out of the way, and he'll be fine. Fred Jones, 4th in line. Just seeing everybody here. And right there, the move, getting that 6 just a little bit up. And right here, you see that 43 still barely hanging in. When they're 3 wide, they are working at it. The 7, not that far down the straight. Junkman leads. Fred Jones up there. And watch out. Down the back. They still got some 3 wide in their step. This is going to be one hell of a finish. Coco Latte is just kind of hoping right now that they catch a lap traffic before the caution comes out. I think if a 43 can capitalize on that, that could be a top 15 finish in the bag. They're coming up on lap traffic this lap. Brogan needs to figure out how to get around the 7. Right here. He goes high. Oh, he hesitates a bit. Angel Madfield is going to go low. And they're going to split him down the middle. Junkman's going to be affected by this a lot. Port's also up high, but the low side is going to bleed through. And this is what the 43 wanted. The high side getting more speed down the side. Cilio Willie and Wyatt Junkman do not want to see this. Tiger Man, Tub Schittler, all these drivers, well, maybe not the 38, but everyone who's not the 38 is not wanting to see this. Cilio Willie trying to get some speed back in that thing, but maybe it might not be there. Right now, it looks like everybody back to the 38 is good. Tiger Man wants to hold on to that spot. Tub Schittler working with Coco Latte. The 43 definitely had the plan to work out. And Cilio Willie might be down for the count, which is great news for some other drivers that are currently running pretty off right now. The 43 needs the spot. Currently, it comes down to the 38. The 5 is getting back in this thing. Now Wyatt Junkman trying to draft up into the main pack. He's currently the first driver on the outside looking in. As Cilio Willie begins to fall, his 500 hopes fading fast. Take a look around. We see the 84 in this thing. John X. Sully putting on a good run here. And take a look at what's going on in front of these lead lap drivers. Both Craig Newhouse and Chris Puckerboy both working with each other. Beach Brutus, the 3 wide continues. And now all those drivers that caught each other, there's 16 drivers in the main pack right now. This is going to be what it's going to be. Only one of these drivers in this main pack are not going to make it. But they still got some others to catch up to. They're drafting with each other, so not sure how that's going to affect the speed differential. It could be a little bit better for drivers like Port or Monaco. If the leader plays it right, this could be their chance to win this thing. 4 laps to go. You see Cilio Willie. His dreams have basically evaporated right now. Wyatt Junkman not out of it yet. Monaco wants to make the move. Tiger Man goes with. Everybody's splitting the lines. They're still wanting to be side by side to this thing. Single file is not in their definition. And neither are these two. They're wanting to race each other. Newhouse and Puck trading spots. But they're going to have to put that battle on hold when the leaders get there. Look out for Tiger Man to the lead. 3 to go. Monaco and Port battling up the track there. Junkman coming low. He's got Exo Tiger with. Brogan kind of pushing him right now. They're side-by-side lappers right now. This is bad to be right behind. And everybody's going to get a little bit of a stoppage here. Karane's got the low side if Puck can make it work. But look at Exo Tiger pulling 3 top. If he can get there, this will be huge down the straights. Exo Tiger is going to pull all the way around and make the move. Tiger Man, 2 to go. Puck and Newhouse, they're just doing their best right now. I mean, I don't really blame them. Tub Schittler gets out there. Monaco and Port, you can't really fault the high side for being the best line right now. They're trying to get Puck out of the way. But Newhouse just keeps having speed. They're both just right there with each other. For one of these drivers, they're going to make the wrong move. Junkman, Karane is there. Currently, it's Beach Brutus all the way at the back. Oh, Newhouse goes high. Covers the 5. And up front, Tub Schittler is getting the push to the lead. A battle on 2 fronts to be fought. White flag for Schittler. Meanwhile, Junkman all the way in the back. Coco Latte pulling a good spot. The thing is, Puck is still slow on the bottom. They've got past Newhouse. Beach Brutus trying to pull up in front of the 5. The 71's battling down on the low side as well. They're 3 wide for the final transfer spot of the race. And up front, it's Portbot taking the lead. Pushed out by Exo Tiger. Port covers high, but Exo Tiger's got the speed on the low side. Portbot, Exo Tiger to the line. Portbot is going to win the duel. And the final spot goes to Wyatt Junkman. Junkman has made the 500 barely. Coco Latte, first driver on the outside. Take a look at the replay here to the line. Like off of turn 4, Junkman was out of the 500. Look at this. He has to pass the 43. So notice his puck goes high. Junkman's pass on the 43 is everything he needs. And that's going to get him in. Bravo. Bravo. And that is a session right there. And that is the results for duel number 1. Coming to you live. Duel number 2 in just a second. And we are here with the second half of the fields, ready to take on Duel 2 at Talladega. Same rules apply as Duel 1. Everybody's going to be looking out for that top 15 finish. And what a field we have. Hyperdrive, 282 on pole. As the pace car takes a trip down pit road. Leaves the field in the hands of a 33. Through the tri-oval. And ready to take the green flag to get duel number 2 underway. Already seeing a lot of movement from this pack here. Zent's taking some drivers 3 wide, while the front continues to duel away. The bottom lane having a lot more organization, especially when the driver in the back row drops down. But look up here, the bottom lane is hauling mail. Hamill getting a big run to the lead as the bottom lane comes too. And look at all that organization down there. Over 9. Canadian Lux getting hung out to dry. And that will complete lap 1. One driver I want to keep an eye on is Zentz. He's kind of put himself in the middle lane here, and he's just cruising along. Oh, Ben McDonald might take him 3 wide when he puts him up top. You do not want to be doing anything stupid by your 3 wide. Most dangerous place to be. Still, though, I do expect these smaller packs to behave themselves a little bit more. We saw a little bit of shenanigans in Duel 1. Not like a super big wreck, but a couple of small collections. So we'll see what Duel 2 has in stock here. KSS BSS just kind of working the low line. He's right where he needs to be. You can see just how much more powerful the low line is compared to the middle. Like the middle, you can just kind of survive in, but when it's go time, you go low. That is all you need to know. What really creates an interesting dynamic here is when you have all the fantasy drivers come out to play, and that there's no guaranteed starting spots for real drivers. So that's going to create a kind of a panic for some of them who may not have the best time in single lap qualifying. So we'll see how that plays out as the second half rolls along. The top lane getting plenty of use right now. Not sure how many of those drivers want to be out there. Billy Mays kind of going 50-50 with his line right now, but Zentz just got a lot of power there. Like the 88 is going to keep on taking away one at a time here. And seeing those fantasy drivers get put up 3 wide top, head to the back, not where they want to be. See if you're Terry Bollea. Oh, Macaroni's next in line. The 48's got to pick up something in front of Zentz. Doesn't want to be just moved along. Oh, Mako's not really being decisive either. And the 48 is going to get caught there. Oh, maybe Zent to Ben. That's Ben McDonald puts the 88 up high. That is some shit. On board here with the 60. You see the difficulty of trying to get down low. Even when Hamill clears, 77 is already there. But someone else take the gap in front. Ben McDonald wants to come low. Oh, maybe. Not quite going to be there. And you can't really get down low yourself because the drivers at 3 wide top, they get to the back, come down low, and then block your path. So this is where you are now. You gotta say hi to your new neighbors. They miss you. See where that 77 is? Slow incremental gangs. Just you have a decent lap now to put yourself in a better shot later. You can't just make it all up. So out in front right now, Nick Breeding getting the pass on Toad Warrior 75 to take the lead. And the 54 is going into one. He's leading some drivers here. Hyperdrive 282. Down there, Chad Chadberger, third in line. Hamill. All the drivers putting themselves in good position, showing that they're going to lock in. That's what it takes, a good first impression. Plenty of 3 wide situations developing here. We don't know who's going to be the first to really make that mistake. Terry Bollea's 47. See, making up time on the low side, you go from 19th to about 12th. That's a swing and track position that could definitely make or break your race. As they're coming up the inside. Oh, Mako in the 67 couldn't quite react in time to the 77 coming down. Plenty of these moves are being made. Misty Viper looked like he wanted to go almost 4 wide somewhere, but didn't quite have it. He gets down all the way to the bottom. The moves, good moves being made. Toad Warrior 75 just trying to follow Hyperdrive. Maybe not exuding confidence from that 33 team. He's trying to fit it low. Dr. Popper goes high to compensate. He doesn't want to wreck this early. Kasane Teto goes all the way down the track. Toad Warrior staying in line. He knows his worth. He's got 33 to work with. They're only double file where they are. A little bit of 3 wide in the back, but nothing too significant right now. And the name of the game is just existing. If you can survive, that's good news. Say Kasane Teto is pushing up that low side. Darkest Presence is making his way up as well. And when you have a lot of these fantasy drivers, they're going to be all over the place in the main race. The start of the main race with the finish of each duel with mixed talent throughout the field, that's going to be a little bit crazy. Watch out. The 44 is going to get in line. They're just close. Constantly very close. Right here is still where they're 3 wide. A little bit of a break for the 56, but when the rest of them come, he's got to find a lane. He stays in middle. Doesn't have as much speed as he wants. They are 3 wide, through and through in the back half here. Your eyes here. The puff. Gonna take it 3 wide top. Plenty of these fantasy drivers on the higher lane right now. Now it looks like they're basically 3 wide essentially throughout the entire field. It looks like. So any move, any sudden movement could be seen dangerously. And so far, I wouldn't say they're taking it easy, but they're definitely playing smart. The guys up front, they can battle. That's where Cody Goforth is. That's where Born Ready is. They're going to be the ones fighting because they have the clearance. Drivers up near the back probably don't have that. Oh, Hamill and Hyperdrive both saved it back there, but they're going to cost each other some speed. Nice save by the 8. That's going to lose a couple drivers from the main group. Kind of alleviates the rest of the field here. Everything else is still, they're going to ramp it back up. Like they're side by side now, a little bit calm, but it's not going to stay like that forever. Whew. We almost had a moment there in the back with the 8 and 33, but they got it saved up together. Looking out, now you see a lot more 3 wide. Seeing where Chad Chadberger is. Middle of 3, right there. And right now, you don't really see any of the usual suspects working their way up. It's still kind of just the blob. Once, like, I think once we get in the main race, you see damaged cars and undamaged cars, then the stronger cars will actually shine. And it'll be all the more prominent against the backdrop of back markers. Like when you have a big pack like this, it's easy to just kind of mooch off the success of everyone around you. We'll have to go the other way. 77 out front. Jake HMC 21 has been very good. Maybe not made a deep playoff run as he wanted to, but he's still been one of the better drivers. Constantly just silently doing good. That's kind of his type. All the other drivers kind of playing it safe. I mean, it's been a while, but it's going to be a while longer because nothing about this race is even close to being done. It is a bit of a marathon status here. That's what makes the 500 what it is, a marathon. KSS, BSS, and Born Ready almost getting into it, but the one decides better of it. And we see drivers that about 2 to 3 laps ago that were in the back are making their way back up again. The puff. I wouldn't say practicing runs up through the field, but at the same time, having that skill of being able to work your way up through is going to be very important for this. So that's what they have here. Keep my eyes on Born Ready because I thought he was going to make a move on the 4, but KSS BSS gets down. So that's going to be safe for him. The other two in the back are still running. Right here. You can really see just the speed that the bottom has. Like already the puff got put back up top, but that's because the bottom, more are coming. The 4 is coming. Nick Breeding not too far behind. He's still in this main group. He's still got some speed. And back down to side by side. And this race going green all the way would be a change of pace, but right now, just 20 laps in, I think the drivers know that once it gets down to just a few laps to go, then they could go all out, make more moves. Some of the drivers currently residing in the back of this pack. What they could practice is like their 1 lap like sprint here, 1 lap drill, just trying to just nudge up just as many positions as they can just to get to the top 15 from back outside the top 20. I think the 78 of Mizzou kind of trying it out himself. He's one of our more accomplished veterans here, so we'll see what they have to offer. As Ben McDonald kind of managing the lines, leading like this. The 78 is going to cross the line in about 14th from 21st. That is a tough sell to get all those spots you need, but it is possible. One driver that's kind of gone unnoticed is Dr. Popper DDS. He's taken the mantle of being 3 wide middle. And he's racing kind of his contemporaries around him. Seeing that 56, that 22, the 41, the 45. And coming up the left side, that's the 44. And even behind him, the 50 right behind him. There's sort of like a fear of just missing out. And now Dr. Popper's gotten a low side back there. I see a little bit of aggression out of the puff, putting himself right in front of Zentz. That 88 had to really give way to make that one work. Mako Kit 67. Currently putting in fine work here to make this position up. Take a look around. You've got, oh, we got Smoker in the back. That's benign. Oh, a spin. Canadian Lux. Take a look at this. The puff kind of shoved him up. That's the 40 Misty Viper. And that was the 9. No caution. We stay green. That's going to thin out the back, though. Zent, KSSBSS, Macaroni, Misty Viper. All getting a little bit thinned out back there. That's going to create a little bit of urgency for them to get back up into this thing. I'm trying to figure out where the top 15 line is right now. Or how many drivers back to about Zent's. That's about 20. If KSS BSS can get back in this thing, it's 21. A very interesting decision by Tower to kind of let this one ride out. The 9 had kind of cleared out the traffic out back, so they're still rolling. Troubled controversy at this track, but so far it is a marathon race. You need to be there all the way. Ten to go. Back down to double file rank in line. That is Dr. Popper currently leading this thing off. The 23 really fighting with a 91 on the outside. That it's going to take to his advantage going to the 3. And back there you can see that is Macaroni in the 48 having troubles outside the main pack. Misty Viper as well. I think Hyperdrive and Hamill are going to run up on the 40 at least. But 9 on pit road. Likely out of the race. And there you see the gap back to Mac. That is all you really need to know. Right here, see some 3 wide action for the lead. Dr. Popper being put in the middle with no speed. Total Warrior 75 trying to take a good line on exit just to get a little bit more speed to clear there. Oh, Nick Breeding's going to swerve up and cover for no reason, the 91. Ben McDonald has some amazing speed. Being pushed by Born Ready, that 1. They're both going to get good clearance for the lead. As the laps wind down, that now it's going to be kind of a different feel here when we get within like 6 or even 5 to go here soon. It's like the pack is going to pick up the urgency. Seeing out front a few drivers down low that really not sure if they're going to shoot their shot early, but it's more or less a gamble thinking about what the unpredictable nature of this race is going to provide. As Nick Breeding and RS the anime guy, they're racing each other in a crazy way. 54 got down low, kind of took what the 11 needed down there. Krugermeyer, another kind of flying under the radar talent, but 12 has just seeing if a top 15 will be there for this team. If not, then it's not the end of the world, but still a bit of an issue. And Zentz currently leads them all the way out there. Got a couple of the fantasy guys running single file near the front. They're trying to get insurance, get away from the main pack, see if anything happens. Dr. Popper, Terry Bollea. Going to be side by side to 3, but Terry doesn't have as much speed as the others have down low. That speed difference is huge. Keep your eyes peeled around as they have been nothing more than green flag racing here. Chad Chadberger putting himself in a good position. Nick Breeding top of 3. Terry Bollea is attempting his run into the top 15. He just needs to not be put on the wrong side of the track when it's too late. I think there's still time to really recover from that so far. Right now, it is just all Zentz. The 88 has, it really shows the speed disparity between some of these drivers. I think Butterpants has help from a couple of really strong drivers. Big pushes from Toad Warrior and Jake, but other than that, it does not take it all for most of the others behind, just kind of reaping the rewards of some of our stronger drivers. Jake goes high for no reason. And now it's crunch time. This is like the lock the fuck in moment. It's coming up on a very small amount of laps to go. The 9 is out of the race. It looks like Macaroni probably going to be in the worst position here. The 40 has damage. That's why he was slow. Wait a second. Where's the 40? He's down the back. He looks like they won't catch him in time. As now we're hitting 3 to go. Oh, they might catch him. They might catch the 40 here on this run. He's running 4 seconds a lap slower. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. With the way this pack is running, they might get him. The drivers feeling that they need to get low now, and drivers that are low now, like 2 to go. You trust someone like Chad Chadberger to make it up all the way. One driver's in a bad position right now. It's Kasane Teto and Butterpants. They're on the wrong side of the track, and it is go time, and they ain't going. Toad Warrior 75 putting up a very good class of defensive driving. He's trying to pick up right where he left off at Phoenix, just one spot better. Mizzou's kind of his rear gunner right now. That's good help out back. Looking all the way at the back of this pack, you see there's 21 of them, and 6 of them are going to get left on the outside. Here we go. White flag in the air. Out front, Toad Warrior and Mizzou still working the pack right there. Mizzou's probably trying to time his run. Speaking of huge runs, look at Mako in the 67. Mako kit's going all the way down. No help out back. The pack energy is not quite there yet. Mako 67. Toad Warrior 91. Off the final corner, Toad Warrior 75 is going to win this race. And the transfer goes to Ben McDonnell. Last among the in drivers, Dr. Popper 16th, Kasane Teto 17th, Darkest Presence 20th. And it is not the day they wanted. Macaroni coming across 22nd. Hyperdrive, Derek Hamill both finishing there. Misty Viper. And that is Duel 2. The final results will be set up for the 500. Hoping that you'll make it in. If not, we'll see you after the 500. Final results there. Till next time, take care.